Hey everybody, welcome back to Electric Cafe. Today's video is an album review on the Beats 1982 album called Special Beat Service. This is their third album. Obviously, English Beat started out as the Beat, right? And then English Beat, excuse me, and then the Beat, and then they sort of became general public. And I got a chance to see them when they came out in concert in 2018, and that was kind of something that I wouldn't say a bucket list or anything, but I hadn't seen them ever play. I think my sister got me into English Beat probably around when Save It for Later came off album. So sometime around this album, probably when I was 5 or 6 years old, I remember. And I remember they played Save It for Later on MTV and stuff like that. There was a little bit of ska on early MTV, like, the specials. And I remember Eddie Grant, Electric Avenue being a really big track on MTV, and Pass the Ducci was a big track. I remember that track. But that was pretty much it when it came to anything reggae. Of course, they played probably early Police and stuff like that, but specials and probably English Beat, the Beat were probably the biggest bands that had any kind of ska in it. In those days on MTV. And so today I'm going to review their album. It's actually another album from 1982 that I'm doing. Um, this is like the fourth or fifth, I think, record from 1982 I've done this week. I think I did Psychedelic Furs, Berlin. Now I'm forgetting. Can't remember that. There was a couple other ones. But anyways, let me look at my notes here. There's 12 tracks on here. The first song is I Confess. I really like the piano, the beat, the way it's sung. It's such a happy and fun song to play. I do like to play this a lot. It's one of my favorite English Beat songs related. I certainly like Tenderness and Mirror in the Bathroom, and stuff like that. But I Confess is just like a really happy song. And I really like the way he sings it. Um, Geez, I'm blanking on his name. Walking. I'm blanking on his name. Unfortunately, we lost Rankin Roger a couple years ago, which was sad. So that was one of the great things I got a chance to see him. I got a chance to see him like I think it was like the year before he passed away, and I've always been a big fan of his. Um, when I think about it, he might be the first, the first kind of ska related. Probably even before I even heard Bob Marley, I heard Rankin Roger and English Beat. So that kind of holds a special place in my heart for Rankin Roger. Um, but I confess, the sax and the horn and everything, the melody, it's just such a catchy song. It's I have it as my second favorite song on this album. Three and a half stars. Then the track Jeanette. This is kind of a fun, upbeat ska song. Has a little bit of a Spanish sound to it. Nice groove. But it doesn't really go really anywhere. It's kind of fairly short, just on right around 3 minutes, which doesn't mean much for the ranking of it. But just kind of saying it doesn't really go anywhere. I got it a star and a half. And then the track Sorry, things kind of pick up here. I really like the groove here. I like the way he sings it again. 2.25 stars. Then Soul Salvation, I feel like, is probably one of the more underrated tracks on this album. I like the chorus, the harmony, the saxophone. Again, another good groove. There's quite a few good up-tempo grooves on here, especially early in the album. Soul Salvation, I got 3 stars. Really good track. One of kind of my underrated favorite on this album. Excuse me. And then track 5, Spar With Me. More reggae. This one's more reggae influenced. Good overall song. I got 2.25 stars. Track number 6, Rotating Head. This is kind of an iconic song because it's used in Ferris Bueller, where they're kind of, I guess the part is when he's running home and he's trying to make it back into his bed before his parents get home, and there's that that song playing. That's basically this song, just the instrumental version of it. So it's kind of iconic from that reason. It is still a really catchy song. I don't know if the lyrics really kind of do much for it. It's really about the instrumental in here, and that's probably because it's from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But it's really catchy song, and it fits perfect. And it's funny because it's been a while since I heard this album, and I was like, which song is the Ferris Bueller track from? And then I picked this song, and I was like, oh yeah. And then as soon as you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, there it is. And so I always forget that it's on this album. 3 stars. Save It For Later. Kind of one of their classic songs. Really great chorus, catchy. The horn ending and the harmony during the end is really classy. I got it really close to being excellent. It's a classic for sure. I got it 3.75 stars. Why did I give it 4 stars? Why not? I don't know. I just kind of felt like it wasn't like, just felt it wasn't excellent. I guess I don't know. It's so close. It's like splitting hairs. But now I feel bad. Now I should give it 4 stars. No, just kidding. Track number 8, She's Going. Don't really have too much to say on this song. Just okay. Give it a star. Pato and Roger, a Go Talk. This is a Rankin Roger led song. It's solid. I really like it. I got it 2.5 stars. It's catchy for sure. Sugar and Stress. Not really a great track. It's kind of, it adds a little bit more rock to the album. It's not bad. I got it 1.5 stars. Really doesn't really do too much for me though. And then I got kind of a surprising track on this album. I always forget about this song. End of the Party. Smooth. I really like it. It's sung really well. The piano has a nice groove, saxophone. I got it 3.25 stars, so it's my 3rd favorite song on the album. And then the last track on the album, Aki 123. It's not bad. Not really a great song to end the album on. I feel like End of the Party probably should have been the end of the album as well. That probably would have been a better way to close the album. I have it 1.5 star. Really can't say too much about it. It's not bad, but it's not good either. So when I look at the album, some very good songs. I got 5 above 3 stars. So 5 tracks of the 12 at very good or above. Obviously, Save It Later is in there, I confess. It's got some good second tier songs with Rotating Head, Soul Salvation. It's got some different kind of tracks with Into the Party and Spar With Me, Pato and Roger, and a Go Talk. Those are all good kind of secondary song. Good production, cool cover, good mixing. Nothing really to complain about or say is fantastic. Everything's really solid in there. As far as the opportunity of the album, maybe just a few more stronger songs could have really helped the album. Other than that, nothing glaring. I wouldn't say I'm a huge ska fan. I do like dub and reggae a little bit more than ska, for what it's worth. I don't know if that's making me rate this maybe a little lower than you might rate this. When I factor in count up the stars for the album, for the songs for the album, I have 29 stars divided by 12 tracks. That's a 2.41 rating, so that kind of equates to around 63, 64. So I feel pretty solid about that rating. I got it because there's no excellent tracks really in here, and really no horrible tracks, but there is a couple that are okay. There's 4 that are okay. I just kind of kind of settled at 62 out of 100. So that's my score for the special beat service by The Beat. Not sure if I'm rating that a little low. I mean, you know, I do like when I do think of their other albums. I do like their other albums a little bit better than this one. As much as I like Confess and Save It for Later, I think I do like the other albums a little bit overall. So, some of those might squeeze into the higher rating than this one, but 62 is really solid. It's above a good album, so I'd definitely say this is a good album for sure. I'm okay with that. I can't really get into the 70s though, for sure, as far as like saying it's a very good album. So I feel good being on the lower ranking of good. I think I'm pretty happy with that. So just curious if you have a favorite song from here, or what would you rate it out of 100, considering taking into account how I rate things. All right, well, I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much.